which is reinforcing the counting. Kids easily recognize and memorize the numbers, but they usually face difficulty in counting the objects. So this activity will help them to count the objects easily. So for that, first of all, you all just need is a plain paper or a blank page of a book or a diary will also do, a marker or a sketch pen, and a bottle cap or a coins or a buttons to count the object. And we will begin by writing the numbers vertically on the paper: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Once we are done, and if your kids are younger, then you can draw circles with a pencil for their convenience, so that they can easily identify how many and where they have to place the object. So just draw these small circles with a pencil for the kids to understand if your kids are younger. Then all you have to do is you have to ask the kids to place the object according to the number. For example, 1, so you have to place only one object over here. Then the number comes 2, so you have to place 2 objects, 1, 2. Then comes the 3 objects, so 1, 2, 3. Then comes the 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and same goes with the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You can continue till the number 10 if your kids are okay with it. If they know the counting till 5, you can go on further. So this activity is very useful for counting. Like you can say, see, 1, only one object, so for 2 you have 2 objects, then it becomes 2, 3. So this helps kids in counting the object actually. Okay, and once you are done with this, you can also, if the kids are okay with this, comfortable with this, they got this, so you can complicate this activity by making more circles and asking kids to identify the number. For example, over here the number is 1, so they have to just scribble over one circle. 2, so they have to scribble over the 2 circle. So like this way you can make things more complicated and make them understand the counting. You can actually check whether the kids have understood the counting or not. And also this is a very good activity for the older kids for addition and subtraction. For example, you have 3 buttons. Okay, now you add 2 more buttons to it, so 1 and 2. So now how many buttons do you have? So the kid can count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in total now I have 5 buttons. Same way we can do it with the subtraction also. Remove the 3 buttons from it. So now how many buttons do you have? So I am left with 2 buttons, 1 and 2. So this is a very good activity for the older kids to teach addition and subtraction. So we'll move to another activity. Another activity for the day is number recognition, and for this we need a marker or a sketch pen, paper and some colors, watercolors, and we'll start by writing numbers 1 to 5 at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You can also make boxes for the kids to understand easier to bifurcate these numbers. And then also write this 5 numbers on the space above randomly, like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Just like write the numbers randomly up above, and then you can give each color to each number. You can give a particular color to each number. For example, I am giving red color for the 1, blue color for 2, and likewise I give rest of the colors to the other numbers. Yellow color for 3 and green color for 4, and I'll give brown color for 5. So you have to instruct the kids over here, you have to tell, see, the one has red color, 2 has blue color, 3 has yellow color, 4 has green, and 5 has brown. You can use any color. So now where 1 is over here, and wherever you see 1 here above in the space, you have to do the red color over there. You have to take red color and print it over there, red color. Wherever the kid sees one color, you can ask them to print the red color over there, and likewise you can do with the rest of the number. So this is a very good activity for the kids to match the numbers, to recognize the numbers. So you can use this activity for the number recognition. So our next activity for today will help the kids to understand the difference between the big and the small. For that we need a plain paper, a sketch pen, a crayon, and 2 bottle caps, one in big size and one in small. You have to do is you have to give this to the kids to feel them actually big, small, big and the small, big and small. Let them feel the difference between the big and the small. Then when they are done feeling this big and the small, to identify the difference between it, you can do is you can draw the circles on the paper, the big circles and the small circles. So once you are done it, ask kids to distinguish between the big one and the small circles. Assist them, help them to find out the difference, which one is the big and which one is the small. Once they are done, you can ask them to color it. Like you can say, color all the small circles you see on this page. Help them to find out the small circles, color them. Or else you can ask them to find the big one and to color them. You can do either way. Once you are done with this activity, you can ask kids to collect the things or the toys which they have and to identify which one is the big and the small. For example, they can get the water bottles big and small. Same way they can get the bowls which we use in the kitchen, the big bowl and the small bowl. Their toys, stuffed toys, big teddy bear, small teddy bear, big ball and a small ball. Ask them to get the things which they find that this is big in size and this is small. This will help them to identify and to understand the concept well of big and small. So let's start with our second activity, which is reinforcing the shape. So all we need is a piece of paper, plain paper, sketch pens and crayons. So all we have to do is just draw these shapes. Just we have to give the outer borders, and when we are done, we can introduce the shapes to the kids. Like this is circle. Circle is round in shape. It has no sides and no corners. Circle. Then square. Square has 4 sides, 4 corners, and all the sides are equal. Square. Then triangle. Triangle has 3 sides, 3 corners. And then we have rectangle. Rectangle has 4 sides and 4 corners. The opposite sides are equal. Rectangle. So just give the outline and introduce these shapes. Once you have done introducing these shapes, you can give them crayons and just ask them to scribble. Scribbling is a very good activity. It helps in developing the fine motor skills of the kids. Also, kids love doing scribbling, love doing colors. So just give them for their own fun, and ensure that while you give them scribbling, just try to explain them that you have to scribble within this border, so that they ensure that they are trying to scribble within this border. Once you are done, introducing the shapes, you can use these shapes for the activity, for the game. So while playing a game, kids also learn. All you have to do is stick a tape behind, stick these shapes on the wall, and if there is no tiles on the wall, you can stick it to the cupboard or the bed corner, so it will be quite easy for you to stick and to remove it easily. And ensure there is a sufficient space in between so that kids are able to justify these shapes and the measurement. Then you can give the kids a ball and then you can ask them to aim at any of the shape. For example, you can tell the kids, now hit where is circle, throw the ball towards the circle. So where is circle? There. So the kids has to throw the ball in the direction of circle. So this is a very good activity to do at home to keep your kids busy during this lockdown. Also this activity helps in recognizing the shapes, and also it helps in gross motor skills and also eye-hand coordination. So it's a very good activity to